The rain is gone, the sun is coming, and a cool-off is on the way. Let's talk about that and how the eclipse forecast is looking for Texas in this Tuesday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. Good morning. It's Tuesday, the 2nd of April, 2024. I'm Texas Storm Chasers Builder-in-Chief David Rammer. After a rather rambunctious Monday afternoon and evening across several regions of the state, we are much quieter this morning and look to stay that way for the remainder of the work week as we have several days of dry weather ahead of us. Let's just take a look at the high-res rapid refresh model for today, tonight, and tomorrow. So going to today, you can see clouds. We're going to be clearing out. We're going to have northwesterly winds bringing in a cooler air mass, a much drier air mass. As we get into Wednesday, winds are going to become quite light. You can see variable during the morning hours, northerly flow during the day. Not a cloud in the sky if this model is right. Severe clear, then we start to see some backing of those winds as we get in, well, technically veering, whatever the term is. They become more out of the south as we get into Thursday, and we start to see a bit of moisture recovery ahead of our next system, which looks to arrive on Saturday. Let's just go over temperatures real quick, then we'll talk about the eclipse. Today's high temperature forecast, it's going to be on the cool side. 50s, Panhandle, West Texas, Texoma, North Texas, even towards DFW, low 60s. We'll see 60s northwestern half of the state, 70s and 80s, maybe a 90s southeastern half of the state. Again, with those northerly winds today, we'll see some cooler and drier air continue progressing southeast, so some folks may see their high temperatures earlier in the day. No Arctic air mass, though. Tomorrow, we're going to rebound pretty quick. High temperatures, upper 60s Texoma, 70s to low 80s rest of the state. Not bad at all for April. Warm it up a few more degrees on Thursday. We're back into the 80s. Southwestern half of Texas, mid to upper 80s Edwards Pleateau, South Texas, the usual. Friday, getting closer to 90 in the Edwards Pleateau. 80s Southeast Texas, pretty much 80s across the western southwestern 80% of Texas, mid to upper 60s, the Arklatex, northeast Texas. And then on Saturday, we'll see temperatures pretty much the same, maybe a few degrees cooler eastern portions of the state. Now, let's talk about the eclipse forecast. Here is the latest blend. All right, what you're looking at is a blend of weather model data from the American Long Range Model. This includes the last 4 runs of that data all compiled into one graphic using ensemble data. So this includes data from the 7 p.m. model run this past evening, the 2 p.m. model run, the 7 a.m. model run, and the 2 a.m. model run. Each run with ensemble data includes several dozen of the GFS, Global Forecast System, American model, but initialized under slightly different parameters. Take, say, 36 different initializations times 4. There you go. So this is a blend of data. You aren't going to see any sort of rapid, changes. That's the point. You want a relatively steady forecast. So with that, I'm saying that because, yes, this doesn't look great for the eclipse on Monday, cloud cover wise. A 70 to 90% chance of cloud cover for the eclipse on Monday. But, and I want to say but, not all the data is that bad. And we've seen a bit of improvement in this past evening's weather model data runs. And I'll talk about that in detail in a minute. But still, the general consensus is there's probably about a 70 to 80% chance we're going to have at least modestly unfavorable sky conditions with upper-level clouds. The southern half of Texas, we're likely going to have dense, low-level clouds as well for the eclipse. Not as much of a guarantee for northeast Texas, but we're still 5-6 days out. Things are going to change, and it can always go towards the better side of this, and we'll talk about that Now, let's get into this. This is the global forecast system Saturday through Monday. Saturday, chance for scattered severe storms, northwest Texas, Texoma, North Texas. Line of storms moves across the eastern half of Texas Sunday morning. Some of those storms may be strong. Behind that system, notice we clear out. Clouds confined to southeast Texas Sunday. That's with some northwesterly winds. Sunday night into Monday morning, we start seeing southerly winds return ahead of a storm system that's going to bring us widespread rain and storms on Tuesday. But I'm going to actually play this back from 10 p.m. I'm going to pause this. Notice, 4 a.m. Monday. This model has clouds southern half of Texas. Okay, 7 a.m. they slowly move north. 10 a.m. Monday up to Interstate 20. 1 p.m. right on I-20 to I-30. And then we have rapid north movement by mid-afternoon Monday, which would leave everyone but pretty much northeast Texas in relatively poor shape for eclipse viewing in Texas. But I want to explain why those clouds suddenly moved north and what some caveats here are. The reason those are going to move north is we're going to see moisture increasing, strong south winds. Moisture is going to be pumped northward ahead of a strong storm system on Tuesday, which is going to bring plenty of showers and storms. Notice this model doesn't have any rain really going on by Monday afternoon. It holds things off until Monday night and Tuesday. If, after Saturday's round of storms, we have another area of storms Sunday, this is one of these low probability scenarios, but probably would be the best case, and that area of storms is able to push from, say, the big country North Texas into southeast Texas on Sunday into Monday morning, that may cut off some of this moisture return, allowing cloud cover to stay further southeast for longer, giving us more ample viewing opportunities for the eclipse. It is not again, one of those low probability scenarios, but one we're going to be watching for. Also, if we can slow this northward progression down a bit, more areas may have the opportunity to see the eclipse. It was a long day yesterday. I need a nap. But again, things looking a little better with today's stuff than it was this time yesterday. Let's try to keep that trend going through today, and we'll talk about it again tomorrow morning. And I will get the eclipse track put on here. I'm sorry, I didn't have a chance to go find the GIS files and get them converted to the proper format to use in this program. I'll do that by tomorrow so you can at least see the eclipse track. But again, as we head back to probabilities, here you go. You can see, again, still not great for cloud coverage across the state, but we're trending a little better than we were yesterday. Again, these are going to change. We're still 6 days out. So let's see how trends go today. Maybe we can get moving in the right direction. But again, after today, the next chance for showers and storms going to come on Saturday. It's going to be windy on Saturday. We'll have some moisture return, but like the last two events before yesterday, this is going to be one of these just-in-time moisture events where we may not have a lot of moisture, but we're going to have a very strong area of surface low pressure, strong upper-level storm system that may be able to partially offset the lack of more robust low-level moisture. So, scattered severe storms possible east of a dry line on Saturday afternoon into Sunday evening, northwest Texas, west central Oklahoma, southwest Kansas. Cool front moves in Saturday night into Sunday morning, bringing a line of thunderstorms to the eastern half of Texas. The degree of severe weather probabilities in terms of damaging winds or hail, we'll have to wait and see, but definitely some threat in northwest Texas late Saturday afternoon into Saturday evening, with the line Saturday night into Sunday morning. We'll have to see, but gusty winds probably. All right, that's going to be it for your Tuesday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. Thanks to all those who joined us yesterday during our severe weather coverage. Did something a little different and did long-form coverage for pretty much the whole late afternoon and evening versus just doing cut-ins. So that was a little experiment. We wanted to see how that was going to go, and I mean, it went pretty well, minus my voice, but that's okay. Voices can mend. That'll be it. Beautiful weather the next couple of days across Texas. We'll keep an eye on the eclipse for sure, and also keep an eye on the chance for some storms on Saturday. Make it a great Tuesday. Enjoy the cooler, pleasant weather. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning. God bless.